When your outdoors is looking a little bit like this, and you're kinda looking a little bit like this, you might want to consider something like this.
Hi, and welcome to Flamingo Talk, where we have fun making drinks at home. I'm Terry, and I'm your home bartender. If you haven't been here before, welcome to the channel. And if you have, welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about brown whiskey. Now, what makes whiskey brown? What is whiskey? What is brown whiskey and what makes it brown, right? Well, whiskey, when it's distilled, all whiskey is clear. And when you put whiskey into a barrel, that's when it changes color. Why do we put stuff into a barrel? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, it enhances the flavor. It imparts a flavor, and it also makes it a little smoother for you to drink. So as the whiskey ages in the barrel expands and contracts. All right, and a lot of times barrels are in places where there's a swing in the temperature. So as the barrel contracts, the whiskey squeezes out, and as the barrel expands, it sucks the whiskey in. It's either one way or the other, but there's an in and out of the whiskey into the barrel. That's where it gets its really good flavors. So it also imparts a lot of flavor. There's all sorts of brown whiskey. There's Scotch, there's bourbon, there's Tennessee whiskey, there's rye whiskey. And some people would even argue, maybe just me, that there's also tequila is a brown whiskey. So it's kind of a sipping kind of thing, all right? And you can also make a lot of cocktails with whiskey and things like that. There's blended, there's small batch, there's, now a lot of artisans that are out there. But suffice it to say, if you walk into a good liquor store, you're going to see a much bigger choice of brown whiskey and brown liquor than your parents did or your grandparents did. So that's kind of that. Now, lately, I have become enamored with a whiskey that I never thought I would drink. It's actually, it's rye, actually. And this is rye right here. And a lot of times people talk about rye, and you think about Canadian whiskey. My dad used to drink Canadian whiskey. And Canadian whiskey these days, it actually doesn't even have to have rye in it, which is kind of weird. So his drink of choice was, back in the day, was Seagram 7. I might mention that a little bit later. But today, I'm going to make a drink that I never thought that I would ever drink because I don't like sweet drinks. And I always thought that this drink would be sweet. And it's not. If you make this drink correctly, it's perfect. And so that's what we're going to do today. The drink we're going to make today is called the Manhattan Cocktail. And the Manhattan Cocktail, the story goes, it was invented at the Manhattan Club back in the 1880s. And it was made with rye. A lot of drinks were made with rye, and actually rye almost disappeared during Prohibition. Actually, Pennsylvania, which is not that far from here, they were one of the biggest manufacturers of rye before Prohibition. But it almost disappeared during Prohibition, and that would have really been sad if that happened. So we're going to make a Manhattan with rye, the classic way, but you can make Manhattans with bourbon, and you can make it with just about anything, sort of like an old-fashioned. You can put in tequila. I've made old-fashions with tequila. You could probably make a Manhattan with tequila as well. So what makes rye different? Well, and what makes rye perfect for this drink? It's that it's a little bit spicy. And the other ingredient that we're going to put in here is red vermouth, okay, sweet vermouth. Now, what is vermouth? Vermouth is a fortified wine. Basically, it has a little bit of botanicals in it, and it's got a little bit of sugar in it, and it's got a little bit of a spirit in it. So it's like a fortified wine. So you take this spicy thing right here and you add it to this sweet thing right here, and you've got a relationship that is just, it's classic. All right. So what do we say? You know, I don't know what we're waiting for. I guess I should actually just kind of build this thing and we can kind of see what this thing is all about. The first thing, one of the most important things when you make a drink is that your glass and your drink have got to be really cold. A cocktail has got to be cold. That, for me, that's just a great big thing. So I've got my glass chilling here, and this is a Nick and Nora glass. Now, who the heck is Nick and Nora, right? I had to look it up. It's the perfect glass, really. It's like a 5-ounce glass, and I've got it chilling here. And Nick and Nora come from Dashiell Hammett's The Thin Man. They are the main characters in The Thin Man. There was also a movie made in like the 30s also. And they were these socialites that were drinking these like really classy drinks in these cute little glasses. So this is like the perfect size glass for this Manhattan. The other thing that goes in is these Angostura bitters and also orange bitters. I don't do dashes in mine. I actually put them in these cute little bottles so that it's a lot easier for me to measure them. All right, so let's get to it, and let me grab my bowl over here because I'm gonna have to dip some of my ice out because I got my ice already in here and I don't want to have this be watered down. I got myself a nice new shot thing for Christmas, and it's the ratio for this drink is 2-to-1. So we're going to put in 2 ounces of rye, and that's to the top of this here thing, and then we're going to put in 1 ounce of red vermouth, and that's to the top of this side. And I just about did it without getting it on the table, but you know, let's put this out of the way because I'll end up breaking it. And then a Manhattan is always stirred. I've never seen anybody shake it. Now you'll notice tonight I'm making 1 Manhattan. That's because my partner in crime at one point was on a business trip and it was snowing, and she decided to cozy up to the hotel bar where she hunkered down and ended up having a bad relationship with a Manhattan. So unfortunately she cannot partake in Manhattans. I've done that myself. I talked about 7 and 7s, and I can't drink them. When I was on my 18th birthday, I went out on a date and had 7 and 7s. What's that, like 243? Needless to say, I can't even smell those. So we all have been there. All right, so this is cold. I can feel the coldness on my hand. All right, and then so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give this another stir. It's nice and cold. You can kind of see it's a little frosty. Alrighty. So we're gonna get rid of this ice. I'm just gonna dump that out. And I'm going to grab one of my beautiful cherries. Oh, you know what I didn't put in here? Hey, back up. We didn't put in the bitters. Ha ha ha, almost like didn't put them in. It's okay, we can still do it. Bitters are pretty good. I put in a whole thing, you know, straw thing of each one. It's about what you need. I'll put this in. Let me put in my nice cherry. Come here, you cherry. Come here. Come here. I put that into Nick and Nora. That didn't come out too good. Put this back. Stir that up. Alrighty. I'm going to pour this right in there. So as you can see, you know, you've got 3 ounces of fluid and it goes into your 4-ounce glass perfectly. And this is your Manhattan cocktail. Now, I have actually I've actually garnished it also with a little bit of an orange, you know, kind of a peel. But this is the classic way to deliver this drink. It is with a cherry. It is up. It is ice cold. I feel it down the stem. It's kind of cool. So 2 ounces of whiskey, 1 ounce of vermouth, and a dash of orange bitters and a dash of Angostura bitters. You stir it up, you put it in, and you take a drink with the cherry. So let's see how it is. Hey, somebody's calling me. I bet you it's spam. Nope. It probably is. Hey, never mind. They just interrupted my drink, but that's okay. That's live TV, right? That is just so good. I can't even tell you. You got that spiciness of the rye. You've got that nice sweetness of the red vermouth. Classic, perfect thing to start your dinner, you know, your dinner date, your when you're making dinner. But again, one of these is great. 2 of them, just sloppy. So I say cheers to you. I say, you know, as I always do, I say have fun, be yourself, drink responsibly. Please share and like our videos because we want to get some traction on our channel. And, you know, till the next time, cheers to you.